Good morning, everybody. This is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. It's July the 9th and we're looking at Romans chapter 12. So we've passed off out of the passages that deal with Israel in the present day. We now are in a passage, a section in which Paul brings to us the application of the gospel. And the application of the gospel, it describes for us the service of those that are sons of God. It's how we serve God, how we live in the light of all that Paul has taught. It's how we live. So you can imagine that leaving off from chapter 8, where Paul has described our salvation so clearly and so permanently, he now in chapter 12 describes how our Christian lives are to be put into practice. And so this little passage from verse 1 to 9 is packed full of phrases and what I would call passwords, packed full. But I'm going to have my password from verse 1. Let me read the whole of verse 1 and 2 to you first. He says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." Now my password is from the first verse, and it's that little phrase, present your bodies a living sacrifice. It might be possible to sacrifice yourself and you die. That's a great thing to do. Maybe we might be called upon to be martyrs for Christ. But there's an even greater sacrifice. And the sacrifice is this, is that by God's mercy, we present our bodies as a living sacrifice. We're not going to die, we're going to live. You're not going to end your life, you're going to begin your life. And you're going to present your body, this physical frame, as a living sacrifice to God. And it is the very least that we can do. It is our reasonable service. But we're going to present our bodies holy and acceptable unto God. Wow, what a thing. There are people that criticize Paul's teaching and say, of course, Paul's teaching leads to profligate living. Paul's teaching leads to people who live licentiously. Paul's teaching leads people into sin. God forbid. God forbid. He says, take your body and present it as a living sacrifice. A sacrifice that is holy and acceptable to God. And this is the reasonable thing to do. Wow. What a man. What a challenge for each one of us. God bless you. Look forward to talking to you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.